Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about the ARKEN EP8. This is one of our favorite LPVO optics. It punches way above its weight class, and overall we think it's a spectacular performer. Like I said, 1:8. It is a 34mm tube with a first focal plane reticle. This has the KL box or kill box reticle. I've heard it both ways in it. It's a basically known distance reticle. It allows you to size up a human-sized torso and get your ranges based off of it. The other sweet thing with that reticle is that it's a lot like an EOTech Voodoo on 1 power. It's very much like an EOTech reticle. You've got that large outer circle with a small inner dot, but then as you zoom in, it does have that reticle that allows you to size up on human-sized torsos. Like I said, it is first focal plane, it's illuminated, and it's a 1:8 variable optic. I mean, there's not a whole lot that's different from everybody else, but for sub $500-600, it absolutely smokes all the rest of the competition out there. So like I mentioned, it's a 34mm tube. It's got a ton of adjustment in it. You've got 110 minutes on both the elevation and the windage. Really allows you, if you want to be able to dial out pretty far, put those shots on target. The glass in it is awesome. The EP series does have Japanese glass, even though the optic is assembled in China. And while we've been an ARKEN dealer for a little bit now, we haven't really talked about it much on our YouTube channel. For the money, they are awesome. For sub $600, you're getting the optic, you're getting a mount, you're getting a throw lever, you're getting a t-shirt and a hat with it too. It's the whole kit and caboodle. For the money, this is a ton of value. I would say that it definitely strikes way above the Vortex Strike Eagles in both the 1:6 and the 1:8. It's got clear glass, it's got a better field of view, and it's a pretty awesome optic for what you're paying. So one thing that I really like about the EP8 is going to be the fact it's a 1:8 LPVO. 1:8 LPVOs are awesome. It gives you a lot of versatility on the low end to treat it quite a bit like a red dot, not quite, but very similar. But then that 8 power on the top end really allows you to zoom in, get fixed on the target, and make more precise shots. I traditionally have not always been a fan of LPVOs. I've owned a lot of different LPVOs. I've had Razor Gen 2s, Razor Gen 3s, ATAC-Rs, Nightforce NX8s. I've messed with the Vortex Strike Eagles quite a bit. I've owned those. I've had the Burris RT6s. You name it, if it's kind of in that sub $3,000 price point, it's a popular LPVO. I've owned it and I've ran it on guns. The EP8, I feel like, gives you the best of both worlds in a lot of ways. It's giving you the larger 34mm tube like you get on the ATAC-R, but then it gives you a reticle kind of similar to some of the EOTech Voodoos. You've got that really large outer circle that as you zoom in, you lose it, but when it's on 1-2 power, it's really like an EOTech. It's big, it's lit up, and it's easy to acquire your target quickly and put rounds downrange effectively. So instead of like on a Mark V or a Nightforce, it doesn't go left to right to zoom in. You're actually going right to left. This wouldn't be that big of an issue if it wasn't for the fact that everybody else is doing it the other way, which makes it pretty annoying when you're training, when all of a sudden you want to turn it one direction and you realize I've got to go the other way. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't understand why ARKEN has to kind of be the contrarian and do it different than everybody else, because there's not really any increased benefit, in my opinion, of doing it that way. So long story short, if you're looking for an absolutely awesome 1:8 LPVO that's got super clear glass, and you don't necessarily want to jump up to a Vortex Razor or a Nightforce ATAC-R, the EP8 is definitely the one to go with. So full disclosure really quick, we finished up filming and realized we wanted to touch on this really fast. ARKEN does do a lot of influencer marketing. A lot of the YouTube people that you see that are reviewing these optics do get them for free. This video was not paid for by ARKEN. We didn't get any free optics. We paid for the optic. We are a dealer for them, but ultimately we made this video because we wanted to showcase the product to you and show you why we really like it.